What's going on, everybody? And in this video I'll be talking about the KTM Expo R Spear Racing ED, which funnily enough first glance looks like a shrunken F1 car. It looks kind of like a baby F1, kind of hilarious. And can I just mention thank you so much Ubisoft for allowing me to switch all my parts with a click of a button. Thank you so much for letting us do that. I'm so glad that's added. Anyway guys, so taking a look at this car, so obviously pretty dope. Let's go see if we can customize it. Jumping right into customization here, guys. As you can see, you cannot do anything visually to the vehicle, but you can change the color, it looks like, if you would like, but you probably have to remove the livery to do so. So you can also change the livery if you would like to the vehicle as well. People have probably obviously made some freaking awesome ones, so shout out to everybody who makes these. Pretty cool. I'll probably just leave it as is for now. Don't really need to change anything on it. It is pretty hilarious looking, though, because it literally looks like a baby F1 car. This thing definitely needs to keep eating or it's not going to be able to be full grown. Hilarious, I know. Anyway, jumping right into the vanity items if you have that. So it goes for whatever you guys have. You can put whatever tires you guys feel like putting on there. Some ridiculous ones for that matter as well, like whatever that is. Do keep in mind it doesn't affect it off-road at all. And then obviously the smokes and all that good stuff you can do with the nitros and all that. And then besides that, that's pretty much it. Let's go drive this thing and see what it does top speed wise and acceleration. So guys, I'm now outside right by the salt flats here to do a quick little top speed run on these, because I noticed a lot of the F1 cars do about 295 or so with Nitro Chemist, so I'm interested to see what this thing will do. Funny first glance, it does literally look like a baby F1 car. I have to keep mentioning that because it looks kind of cute. I mean, look at it. It's like, hopefully it'll grow up to be a full grown one eventually. Anyway, jump right into it. Let's see how it sounds right now. So it does have a unique sound to it as well compared to the other ones. Let's take a look at the first person here. Looks pretty awesome. Honestly, guys, this thing is actually really cool looking. If you do want this vehicle, do keep in mind you will have to buy the Motorpass for it. So let's go see what it can do top speed wise, and then I will take it right into the actual racer to see how it does on a track. Handling on this thing seems pretty good, honestly. I mean, just from driving it a little bit, it seems very, very good. So here's full chemist. I'm doing about 260 right now with it. Let's go take it right now. So I actually hit full speed right there at 270 miles an hour. I'll go to the top speed over here as well. Let's see. Go around this turn. So yeah, it looks like the top speed on this thing is basically 277 miles an hour. So you're looking at 20 miles an hour slower than other F1 cars. So the only thing this thing might be affected in is escapes if you want to use it in that. It looks like the other F1s will be better for that. Let's go take it into a race and see how it does there. So I figured I'd jump right into a quick F1 race here to test this thing out. So first things first, if you guys are wondering, the acceleration on this thing is similar to other F1 cars, basically very, very fast and is pretty much gone in an instant. Handling of this thing also seems very, very good from what I can see. I have a little build on it I will also throw at the end of the video if you guys are interested. Pretty similar build to the other F1 cars, and it seems like it's doing great with this build as well. Kind of funny how that works. Overall, guys, how is this car? So, handles great, looks really cool. I'm actually kind of liking it. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a very cool addition to the F1 class. It's been a very long time, if ever, since we've seen a car out of this class, so very cool to see this. Finally, a new vehicle to drive around here and actually hit some of the races with them and see how they do. Something new to drive, obviously, as well, which is cool. So, acceleration-wise, obviously, it's quick. With Nitro Chemist, this thing will get well over 200 miles an hour with no issues. Brakes are very, very good as well, so let's test the brakes out right now. As you guys see, this thing has very, very good brakes, which is awesome. I'm sure a lot of F1 cars do. If you guys are wondering, driving these on the street is going to be a little wonky anyway, like that one you had to drive the one recently in the Summit on the street, and my goodness, that was weird. If you're wondering, helps a little bit if you turn the grip down on the tires, I noticed, on the races for the roads. When it comes to the track, so you don't need to, these things just handle amazing anyway. Probably could be going faster on this, but it's more of like a test to see how this thing does, and so far I'm kind of impressed. Very cool car. A lot of people were wondering if the Motorpass is worth getting, and personally, I'd have to say I'd pick it up. Compared to the last Motorpass, which didn't really have that many cool vehicles in it, this one's actually pretty dope. Got this awesome F1 car here, which we have not seen any added to the game in a while, which I'm very happy to see this thing in the game. We have a new vehicle in the class we can use in races, stuff like that. This is going to be a great competitor. Looking forward to seeing what people can do with it and not drive like me. Pretty awesome overall though to see this, and it's like I said, guys, it's quick. There's really not much to say about it because it handles great. It's fast as an F1 car, so I'm kind of hoping it is. The only thing that I noticed with this thing that's different than the other F1 cars is its actual top speed, which is 20 miles an hour, so slower than most of the other vehicles as well. So the other F1 cars I normally use the Mark X, which I'd have to say is the best F1 car in the game, which I'll have a video about that in due time. But that thing does 290 or so with Nitro Chemist, which is kind of hard to touch, and that thing handles very, very well. This car obviously has great handling and great speed, so I think on a track it can keep up with any of the F1 cars with no issues at all. I don't think that'd be a problem there. I think it's more of a top speed run, so if you guys are looking to do an escape with one of these, This car may not be your best bet because the top speed is in there. Probably going to want to use a different one. But besides that, this thing's great to have, and I think it'd be a cool little vehicle to race with, see how it does in summits. Looking at the top leaderboards in the summits, this car was pretty high up there, so I think this thing's actually not that bad, and it could probably do a lot more than we're giving it credit for. Very quick and handles very, very well, so I give that to it. Turns on a dime, and I probably have to adjust it a tad here, but turning very, very well overall, not having really too many issues there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and that'll pretty much sum it up. There's really not too much to go over with this car. If you do want it, like I said, you have to buy the Motorpass, but I'd say it's worth it because the cars this one are pretty awesome. Anyway, I'll show you my settings next so you guys can try out the new KTM Expo. And here are the settings I'm running on the KTM Expo R Spear Racing ED.